Hey everybody, it's Pat from Pat's Chats, and if you know, then you know. So what do you know today? Let's get into it. And we're going to talk about March Madness and the March Madness updates. I should have had this video actually out sooner because the Final Four already happened on Saturday. Sorry, life gets busy. And I know this is basketball heavy, and we will get to other sports, but the Madness is unlike anything we know. So the Final Four happened on Saturday, and in the Final Four, we have Baylor versus Houston. That's a 1 versus 2. And on the other side, we have UCLA versus Gonzaga. That's 11 versus 1. So with all the upsets and all the drama and all the craziness that this tournament has been, in the Final Four, you still have 2 number 1 seeds, a number 2 seed, and 1 Cinderella left at the dance, and that's UCLA. So the first game of the day on Saturday is Baylor versus Houston. How did that go? How'd that go, Pat? Let me tell you. Baylor did what Baylor's been doing, and they're just steamrolling people. They just play and impose their will physically. They bomb threes, they pound the rebounds, and they're in your shorts defensively. Baylor did this again, and they do it the entire game. So what does Houston do? They did what everyone else did. They found out at the end of the game they're down 20. You had a great run, Houston, but you ran to the Baylor Bears. I'm sorry. Good luck next year. Congratulations on your run this year. Then we get to the thriller. Then we get to Gonzaga versus UCLA. And UCLA, like I said, they're the last Cinderella at the dance here. And if this is a dance, UCLA is dancing on the speakers and doing body shots because they don't want to go home, and they ain't going home, and it's last call. They ain't going home, and they supposed to. UCLA is tough, and they are gritty, and they are fighting. So they take the undefeated Gonzaga Bulldogs, by the way, and they force them all the way into overtime. Controversial charge, no charge call at the end of regulation, whatever, who cares? I don't really care. Let's talk about the overtime, because this is intensely thrilling. You got Johnny Juzang, I think I said his name right, I don't really know, sorry if I didn't do it right, but he ties the game on a great independent effort with 3.3 seconds left, ties the game 90-90. In those 3.3 seconds, Bruins Nation is elated. They are pumped up. They are still alive. They're hanging on. Jalen Suggs, who I talked about before the tournament and will be an NBA prospect at some point, everyone's been talking about Jalen Suggs because he's amazing, gets the ball from the inbounds, sprints up the court, uncontested until he crosses half court, and then launches about a 45-foot prayer, which is answered off the backboard. And he does this all in 3.3 seconds, and Gonzaga Bulldogs win. Bruins Nation is like, yeah, what? No. So, let's get into this. Let's give you, okay, here's a free tip. This is what Pat calls a coach's quickie. Here's a little coaching tip for you. If you're a coach, or if you're a player, or if you're a parent of a player who's working for a coach, you got to have time awareness, okay? That independent effort to tie the game at 3.3 seconds left is great. But you had to know that there was a few seconds left. So number 1, you should have stayed and pressured the inbounder. Number 2, everyone should have been picking up a guy at the opposing free throw line, giving space the entire way. You don't want to foul, but you gotta be present to at least put some type of pressure on them. Jalen Suggs was looking at the rim, dribbling down the court like a madman, looking at the rim the entire time before he hits this prayer. That's your coach's quickie. Less than 4 seconds left, swarm the defenders. Swarm the defenders on last possessions. Because you see this in halves, quarters in the NBA, they just leave it, and they leave it one-on-one. Well, players are too good nowadays. At less than 4 seconds, send the double team. Send the house. You want to know who sent the house? Let's talk about it. Also, yesterday, that would have been Sunday, the women's national championship was crowned, and that is Stanford. Stanford outlasted Arizona. And similar, last possession, Arizona had a chance, they had the ball, and Stanford, with about 5 seconds left, maybe 6, sent 3 players at their ball handler. Rushing the ball player, knowing that even if they got a pass off the time to catch and shoot, it's very difficult in less than 4 seconds, and it's a good percentage for the defense. Sure enough, Stanford ends up winning the game. Now, congratulations to Stanford women's team. The entire women's team was fantastic. If you missed it, there was a ton of one-possession games, last-second games. It was a really good tournament. All the players are great, and because I like it, Canadian content on the Stanford team, Toronto's very own Alyssa Jerome. Congratulations to her, now a national champion, and that's amazing. Actually, women's basketball is alive and well in Women's March Madness. Canadian women's basketball, that is. I understand 4 of the top-ranked teams actually had at least 1 Canadian on it, and even VCU, the Fighting Frogs or something like that, had 3 Canadians on it. So women's basketball, live and well in March Madness on the women's side. Congratulations to them. Stanford, women's national champions. Congratulations to them. Tonight, however, in about 6 hours, we have the Goliath. After Gonzaga wins that game, we have the Goliath game tonight. And that is the Gonzaga undefeated Bulldogs versus the Baylor Bears. This is 1 versus 1. I know a person actually called this, and it looks like they are right. This is going to be a battle. These are the heavyweights. This is what we've been waiting for. This game is amazing. It kicks off around 7:20, I understand. Kicks off tip-off, whatever you want to call it. Get your snacks, sit down, strap in. It's going to be a good one. And like always, if you like this video or think someone would find it funny, share it to them. Love to hear about it.